Hello everyone, Jacques from Dapper Shaves, back with another straight razor shave. I'm going to briefly show you the products we're going to use, including this beautiful 7th/8th Thiers Issard. I've got some alum which I use as antiperspirant. My post shave, I think you guys will know by now. But we're going to get into a bit more detail into the razor and the soap and maybe some other stuff as well. So first of all, this is an appreciation shave for Felix. Felix is in Costa Rica, not in Brazil. I've been getting that horribly wrong continuously, so I apologize. Felix is one of my larger international supporters. And he's been donating to this channel quite a lot, and it really makes a difference. In the previous video I spoke about using those funds to put back into the channel. So Darishan from Old School Shaving informed me that my translucent Arkansas arrived, and that's the stone I purchased using the funds. So much appreciated, Felix. This shave's for you. So the soap, and I have to put glasses on because I'm an old man with a poor memory. First of all, people's pre-shave, wet your fingers, take some soap from your pack, make yourself a pre-shave, prep the beard, take your time, make some lather, get a decent shaving. So that's what I'm doing here. The other thing is I'm going to try and move a bit slower today. My natural rhythm is to be fast, too fast. In fact, I tend to hurry things, including my shaves. But today I want to see if I can not be myself today. Okay, so when I nosed a Master Soaps creation, Deep Blue, and by the way, this is based on Daniel's Desire Blue. I think I got that right. It's a tallow-based soap. This is one of my first Master Soap creation soaps, but also one of my favorite scents. It's one both ladies in this house enjoy a lot. So I sat down, nosed all my soaps, and I made notes and then go and look about what's in there. And so I want to repeat that. So with Deep Blue, let's get in here. So I said Deep Blue has got a musky, scenty, oceanic notes to it. It's clean, it's fresh. Definitely sea notes in there. They say there's lychee in there. I didn't pick up anything. There's a little bit of citrus in there and some floral, which I think is jasmine. And I think there's a little bit of vanilla in it. But in any case, that's how I experience the soap. It's a fresh, clean, ocean type scent. The brush I'm going to use is a Yaki 24mm 2-band. This is quite a dense brush. It's got a nice scrub to it, and I need a bit of scrub. So this beard is, I think, 4 days old. We've done the same, so I can put this away. I just want to open some notes I've got on Thiers Issard, even though I think I know it quite well. So I'm going to start making my lather, load from the pack with a dry, with damp brush, and then we'll just start making lathering. So Thiers Issard, a lot of you guys love the pretty stuff up front. So here we go. This is the 7th/8th Thiers Issard. Okay, it's got an edge on the blade face saying Jean et Pierre Thiers 1850, if I can recall correctly. This razor is made from a very hard, very difficult to hone carbon song C135 steel. We'll talk about this. This razor has got jumping at the bottom and the top, a lovely, beautiful thumb notch, sweeping lines on it, bit of a, they call it a hook nose, but that's essentially a French point, and this is a Sheffield grind. So it's not hollow, well, it is thin, it comes down into hollow, but then it's quite straight down. So this is quite a stiff blade. I've been doing a series on bellied razors, but Thiers Issard for me, or Sheffield grind, falls into that category, and we'll also talk about that hopefully when I get shaving. So Thiers is a cutler business in France, and has been since 1582. They've been around for a very long time. And if you go and look at the cutler register, you'll see quite a few Thiers members listed there. So into this wonderful cutler family in 1860 was born a gentleman by the name of Pierre Thiers. And Thiers, from the age of 10, worked in the family forge and factory, making cutlery and specifically razors. So he was born in 1860. He passed away in 1860, 1926. Yes, if I can recall correctly. I'll in any case put it down here. So he became a master smith and a grinder by a very young age. I think by the age of 16 he already was leading a lot of the work in the forge. At the age of 20 he got married to a lady by the name of Jean, which is on the blade face, and her maiden name is Issard. So Pierre kept working in the forge, doing his stuff, and then decided he wants to do his own thing, but not break from the family and the family traditions. By the way, he was highly regarded in the family, and so everybody supported him well on his venture. So he started his own business based on that. At the age of 24, and to keep with the Thiers tradition and name, he kept Thiers in there, but he used his wife's maiden name, and she was a crucial part of his business operation with administration and some of the other business oversights. He used her maiden name and founded the company called Thiers Issard, which is still today highly regarded. In any case, so the razor is made from carbon song 135, which is a carbon steel. Normally carbon steel has got a content of around 0.85, thereabouts. Thiers has got a carbon content in their iron of 1.35, hence the C135 reference, carbon song 135, and it gets a very high heat rate historically. I've been informed that they still do it today. I'm just not sure about it, but historically they quenched their blades coming out of the forge in molten lead of around 800 degrees. And that added to increase the carbon content, but also create a very hard temper and steel. And so when you hone these razors, they can be quite a challenge if you don't know them. On that, folk tend to take very hard steels and then use very abrasive stones, such as synthetics, diamonds, to get the work done. But in doing so, they create a micro burr. That's just the nature of it. So these razors, for those of you that's struggling to hone them, take your time, make sure you haven't got a burr, don't use aggressive stones to chase the process. That razor is done when it's done, and it takes some time. So when you do that right, you will be rewarded with an exceptional shave, and this razor does produce one. But the problem with this razor is you cannot feel the edge. And so in that regard, this thing likes biting. It's sharp all the way to the edge, and this thing will do a number on you if you're not focused, and it has bitten me before. So first pass, very gentle, no touch, no pressure. Ultra Slick Soap. There we go, 4 days beard. Ta-ta. We can go across the grain. Maybe let's try that on the moustache, which is renowned to be a very difficult area. And so this is why I like stiff grinds, people. If you've got a dense beard, not necessarily the toughest, and you need to mow through a lot of hairs, a very thin, ultra thin grind, for me has got too much flex. And so that's why I use them. Once again, I need to focus on the pressure. I've got a tendency of increasing pressure as I shave. I think it's in line with my generally natural, hurried nature. So you'll see I've been using the heel in this concave area to get the hairs out. The heel, as I say, for me is always the power part of the blade, and generally not looked or honed the way they should. So make sure you spend the time to get the razor all the way sharp onto the heel. So these razors are really phenomenal shavers once you get them shave ready. Once again, just looking at that grind, Sheffield grind. So it's it comes down sharp, but then it stays the same thickness going through there, and this blade is very, very stiff. And that's what I like. So let us tackle the other side of my face. I'm concentrating again on pressure, because I can feel I want to keep increasing the pressure. And that's just me, my silly nature. But if you understand your weaknesses, and take good care, then things should go a whole lot better. So I'm very excited to look at that, man, beautiful. To receive the translucent organzas. Ish. I'm not concentrating, and as I say, this razor will bite you. I'm jinxed with this thing. So a little cut under the nose. I want to just quickly stop most of it. As I say, this razor, like any sharp razor, will bite you, but somehow me and this boy, fantastic shaves, but there will always be blood, and I need to correct that. And that's just a focus thing. Definitely not looking where the blade's position, just talking, putting it down, muscle memory, and that happens. In any case, I'm not going to fiddle with that dramatically. That is a no-brainer. It's just going to bleed ugly for some time. And then the other important thing for me is when you have got blood, your eyes got a tendency to go there, or at least for me. So that's just to now keep the focus going. Yeah, that's nasty. Once it's stopped, we'll see what it looks like. A cut like that on the nose really bleeds without having a lot of damage, but we'll see how deep that was. I still can't feel it, it's just bleeding. Even with the Illum, normally it gives you a little sting. I can't feel nothing. In any case, I must admit that's the first time I've cut myself in that particular area. And if you've watched my eyes, I've actually looked up a couple of times at this naturally. So learn from this, folks. Don't fixate on a target. Otherwise you're going to have mistakes again. What I also wanted to say is the benefit of recording stuff like this is that you can go back and really see what happened. I want to just rinse the sink. It is filthy with 3 days beard growth, and then I want to just run some cold water on my nose. I think that is it's right underneath in the fold. So slight little lapse in concentration. And tears will bite you. Okay, so I'm afraid you guys will have to deal with this bit of blood. I'm definitely going to continue my shave. I just want to get some soap in there. That will also help stopping the bleeding. And once again, I can't feel that I'm cut. Doesn't burn, doesn't sting. So, there we go. How do you guys deal with cuts and nicks? You stop your shave, you continue shaving, you change equipment. You swear, you phone an ambulance, what do you do? How do you handle, as an example, a silly mistake like that? Not that I think you guys make such silly mistakes. But if you want to take the risk to talk and shave with a straight razor, then you have to deal with the consequences. So besides for the cut under the nose, this is an absolutely sensational shave. So the stiff blades. I've said it before, if you've got a piece of paper, right, a piece of paper is very flexible, and so a very ultra thin edge as well. But if you've got a bit of beef behind it, like a Sheffield, it's slightly thicker, you're not going to get that flex. Or with a bellied razor where it's got mass closer to the edge in the form of the belly, that flex is significantly reduced, and for me that is what gives you a controlled edge, a very stable edge. And so if you need to really deal with dense stuff, or you've got a tendency going against the grain or in difficult areas to get a little bit of blade jump or chatter, then a bellied razor or a Sheffield grind will definitely resolve all your issues, at least for me. So maybe in the comments, let me know what you guys think. And even though this might look like a semi-effortless shave, I'm definitely not even close to being on point today. And you get days like that. And you don't know what type of day it's going to be until you put the blade to your face. And so just take it as it comes. Understand what's happening and why it's happening. And then move on, learn from it. Try and learn from it. Very good, man. So this looks absolutely disgusting. Apologies. Not that this is looking any better. Yeah, I can feel my whole rhythm focus is off. I have 4 days beard growth. For a reason. It's been a tough 4 days working long hours. Here we go. So that feels a whole lot better, not that itchy, dirty stuff that was sitting on my face. So I think the bleeding has stopped. So I must keep away from that area. You know, my post-shave, I start by using the rest of the soap in the brush just to nourish, smooth out, rehydrate the skin, clean out my gear, and then do the real post-shave. So first, I don't think I showed enough of the razor. I just want to clean the brush. Here we go, the Yaki 24mm, really an awesome brush. Nice dense brush, gives a nice good scrub. Great workhorse, excellent value for money. 2-band badger from Yaki. The razor I rinse under cold water. This blade likes to take a water stain quite easily, especially if you use hot water to wash off soap. So just a quick brief down. So the olive wood scales is damp, wet, but you'll see how quickly they dry even as we talk. I've never had a problem with this. Beautiful, beautiful olive wood scales. Let me wipe this down. Beautiful olive wood scales. I redid the pinning on this, added washers in there. There's the razor with the edge on. So this razor will get dried with a hair dryer quickly, which is not plugged in. So that's how quickly the wood dries on that. There's the razor. This will get a decent stropping, wipe down with a microfiber cloth and then put away for the next shave. Alright, so what I'm now going to do is wipe this off my face. And if you just joined me, now I never cut myself, didn't happen on this shave. Alright, so to finish off my post shave, you'll know by now, unscented tallow. I use as a moisturizer balm. I wet my fingers, take a couple of swills of soap, apply it on the skin, covering all the beautiful areas, and then we make ourselves a little post-shave balm. Make sure I get some of that tallow in that cut area, and now I can feel a bit of a sting sensation, but as I say that, gone already. I've put on a lot of tallow because I neglected my skin for a couple of days, so that's going to sit for a couple of seconds. Hang on, you'll see how quickly that absorbs into my skin. And then I'm going to use the appropriate witch hazel splash from Fernando. Here we go, deep blue. And you'll see this is already absorbed into my skin. And so I'm going to add the splash on top of that, and then we are done. So once again, I want to thank everybody that's been following, subscribing this channel, new viewers, new followers. Apologies for having an off day with the blade, but at least we got to see how we take down hairs quite effortlessly. Got a bit of history around Thiers Issard, and I hope you enjoyed that. So thank you very much. See you guys on the next one. There we go. We don't even know I was cut. So tomorrow morning I know there will be a little dark line as the blood came back through. So when I do a face wash tomorrow, I'll be careful with that, and then that will be long forgotten. So see you guys in the next one.